Hey, y'all know what it is. Another edition of the Roundtable. We here live in United Players headquarters, right? I guess
Yes,
whatever
sir.
you guys call it.
Yes, sir.
Told you guys we were going to be back on the road this year. We're definitely on the road here in the city. Got a very special one. A lot of special guests with us today. They're going to spit a lot of games. So you guys better take your notes. Take your notes.
He's
So
gonna spit the game.
Right?
Yeah. So
He
let's
wrote a chapter in the Bible.
let's
I
go,
got my road dog right there.
Big Al. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves and let everybody know a little
Yes,
bit about
yes.
what we're doing here and how we all came together. I guess Aaron, you want to start first?
Hey, buddy, I'll start first. Back this one off. Hey, guys, nice to be here. I was invited by De Niro, the man, one and only. Nice. Now I'm here to improve the community, introduce my project, which is the Worker Bees Project, which started in Oakland 2008. Got a video to show, got a city council member letter to produce and show, and sort of discuss bringing it back better than before. So I'm definitely involved in the nonprofit community. I'm also a veteran of the Navy, so I started going to the VA recently. Started getting my benefits, so all these things will be what I'm bringing to the table. And talking about improving the community, improving yourself, and just improving in general. So trying to team up, find team members to do it, and bring the energy and just get this done. All right, peace.
Go ahead, Rich.
So welcome, peace and blessings.
Oh, thank you, man.
I'm honored and I'm humbled to be here and to be doing this podcast. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us. For sure.
It's an honor.
Love is love. Love
Definitely
is
an
love.
honor.
My name is Rudy Corpus. I'm the executive director of a violence prevention organization that's been pushing the line for the last 26 years. I'm a native of San Francisco, born and raised in this neighborhood right here. I'm Filipino, and we're in a neighborhood in the South of Market that has a 100-year history of Filipinos. And UP is just a violence prevention organization that works with kids as young as the elementaries to the adults in the penitentiary. And I'm just one part doing God's work. That's it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for letting me come here. My name is Marty. I have a history of being a knucklehead as a youngster.
So that's where De Niro gets it, right? That's where he gets it.
15 years in the penitentiary, came out, went into a program, hooked up with Mr. Corpus here, Rudy, and we connected like father and son, And I'm a veteran, Vietnam vet.
Shout out to the vets.
Drugs was my biggest problem and violence. And today I am the most powerful thing for me is honesty. And my thing working with Rudy is silence the violence.
Amen.
I've been there, you know what I mean? I've done it, paid the price.
Yeah.
I'm here today and working with Rudy, working with the American Legion, and we kind of like put things together with music,
Yeah, we were talking about the bands you were saying there. Yeah.
bands like, the Drifters, Z-Bop, Paper Thin, I think today music is so important.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so important because of what we are going through.
Especially right now. This time.
Especially right now, because people are locked up in a house, people get frustrated, and the numbers of the virus is up, down, up, down, up. And even though the vaccine is here, we need to do what we need to do. That's
Exactly.
wear the mask, wash your hands, be aware of what's happening. I've already got my first shot,
Oof.
and I'm not a youngster.
I don't like
Get
hearing
6
that
feet
one.
away
I
from
don't
y'all.
like hearing that. I don't like hearing that. Fuck.
No, I had my first shot Saturday,
Okay.
Oh,
and
Then you gotta get the two shots.
I I got another one coming up on the
Follow up,
20th.
yeah.
On the
How did it
20th.
make you feel after you got the shot? Did you have any crazy side effects or
Well,
symptoms?
no, I'll tell you what. I got the shot on Saturday
Yeah.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, I arm was sore, up around my hip bones. Didn't feel.
And where did you get it? In the arm or the leg?
In the arm.
Okay.
Got it in the arm, and but ever since, I'm fine. You know.
So pretty
And
mild.
I was kind of skeptical of if I wanted to take that shot. You know, because it wasn't 100%. It's not
No.
90%. But you know what? I talked to my doctor. I talked to some friends, and it was told to me that if you don't take it,
You got a greater risk right here.
if you don't take it, and then something does happen, when you want to take it, it might not be there for you.
Or might not be so effective. Yeah.
Well, it's not a thing that because I was supposed to get it and I didn't take it. I want it.
You lost,
what
your,
I say,
turn,
I
you lost
say,
your turn
you know-
in line.
you know,
yeah.
What I say is I've been bit, by so many snakes in the grass that, well, what can a shot really do? You know what I'm saying?
Take a shot, just don't put the chip in.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys know who I am. I'm here at United Players, man, with some legends, some real legends, man. So I just want to say thank you for Rudy, to Al over there in the cut, for letting us come in here and do the show with you guys because, man, you guys are iconic. You guys are icons out here, and we've been trying to get this. We've been trying to get this going for a while. We've been trying to cope with COVID, adjust to this new lifestyle. I call it BC and AC, before COVID and after COVID. Just like before Christ and after Christ, it's the same thing here. Before COVID and after COVID, because the future holds nothing but positivity. Hopefully, there's people out there that can rejoice and come together during these times, because there's a lot of people running around with their heads cut off like chickens with their heads cut off, and society is becoming in an uproar, and we need to glorify more positivity with people. From older and younger generations. See,
Exactly.
if you listen to what the media and and what everyone tells you, they want to pin the old and the new against each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But what it is we need these people to get. You can get knowledge from a younger person just as much as you can from an older person, and
Everybody.
that's what we're trying to do here. Is we're trying to express a way for generations to come together, and United Players is definitely a very, very big staple of what that defines, from community outreach to violence prevention, working with the youth, to to gun buybacks, to going into schools, speaking with kids, and just the whole history of what this organization is about. So
Yeah.
we're here basically to put the spotlight on that, and and just we from the deep down of my heart, and I don't know, Mace, I could speak for too. We really appreciate.
For
what
me,
you
I'm not
guys
even
done.
from the Bay Area, and I've heard of you guys. You know what I mean? So that's a testament to how much you guys do. Like, definitely.
You know what makes our organization what it makes is the people.
Exactly.
It takes the hood to say the hood. That's our motto.
I see that. Yeah.
And it always starts from the bottom. You know what I mean? And so it's the people that make it happen. And originally 26
that
years
without the
ago,
people,
94,
right?
it came from the streets. It came from the thugs. It came from the had-nots, the bottom of the barrel, who was all in the struggle. They came with the concept and ideas and the name of United Players. We kept it authentic
Yeah.
to what it is from when it was 26 years ago. Players back then in 94, you had the Players Club, you had the Get Low
Exactly.
Players with Forte and all them.
Yeah.
So we kept it authentic because that's what the people named it, Playaz. And see, Marty right here, he's
That
one
was
of the
what
triple
was that, like
OGs.
95, 96? Or
94,
what year did you guys
1994, we started
establish?
Balboa High School from gang violence.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we got one of our triple OG partners right there. He was a player before he was a player.
Well, I went to Balboa also. I went to Balboa way before this guy here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a youngster. I'm 76 years old, getting ready to be 77. But you know what? I take care of my health. I work with United Players, UP. Only one way to go.
Full
It's
life.
up.
Hey, what? Say
That's
that
right.
again.
Up, baby.
That's what God
Leveling
said.
up, man. United Players is
God
all about
said, baby.
leveling up.
When Rudy calls me,
Gotta get up, right? Yeah.
I'm ready to rock.
He called me right back. Shoot.
I'm ready to rock. You know what I mean? I got
good,
friends
that's
like my friend Al over here. 100%. Grew up with him. Known him for over 60 years.
Wow.
60 years.
That's a long.
Why you look like you're only 30 though?
Right? I'm like, wait a minute. How long?
Yeah, he's a little beat up, but he's all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
Nah, that's
you know
good,
what? United Players is, to me, is powerful. I belong to the American Legion in San Mateo,
Okay.
and we hook up. We put on shows, benefits. You know, Rudy calls me up. I need a band. Rick Stevens, the Drifters, you name it, I'll get them. And we'll put it together because I'll tell you, people are frustrated. Music
Yes.
is an uplift.
Yes.
It's an uplift.
Can't live without it.
You know what?
Oh, no.
I love it. You know what I mean? I love being around these guys. And, you know, I'm nothing special. But we need all to come together.
Exactly.
All come together, man. And you know, when you were shoving that needle in your arm, I think of it this way. When I was shoving that needle in my arm and doing all that crazy shit, and I end up back in prison, I'm banging my head against the wall or the cell.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, God, back again. You know? And that's when I used to manage Rick Stevens from Tower of Power. And that was one of his songs.
Shoot.
But
How many years did Rick do?
Rick did 36 years.
At the top of his career, right?
Yeah.
His murder.
Came back out, me and him hooked up, and we fucking put it back together. You know, we put a band called Love Power. And we picked, it took 6 months to pick people, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And we knocked them dead.
That's
We did
awesome.
some fundraisers with the United Players, man, at the press club.
Yes,
And,
sir.
You know what? We raised money because you know what?
And Rick was a man of God.
Yeah.
He was
Turned
about
his
a
life
God.
over
He
to
came
God.
out preaching and
Yeah, he
making
turned his life over
songs,
to God.
gospel songs.
Yeah, you know, and then we do shows, and then we do shows with
May he
Tower
rest in
Power,
peace.
Yeah.
you know, and Lydia Pence, you know, Cold Blood. That's back in the day. That might be you might not know about.
That's back. Oh, yeah. We know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust
But
me, we
you know
know
what?
them. That's, yeah.
You know,
Definitely, man. So
like
now
I said,
you were talking, Rudy. We had, I was reading a little bit about it. These guys were like in 8, 7 high schools or something like that. You guys were
Yeah.
in your programs or talk a little bit about that. Yeah.
So originally, United Players started at Balboa High School, which is a high school.
Okay.
And so they wanted to replicate what we was doing at Balboa because it was effective and it was working.
Yeah.
So they was requesting us. So we got into other high schools. We got into O'Connell, right? We got into Thurgood Marshall. But middle schools and elementary schools also wanted us to provide the services.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, you know, it requires you to have the right people to do it and you need resources. And so, you know, we ended up connecting with middle schools, elementary schools. The neighborhood that we're in now, we work in the elementary and the middle school, Bessie Carmichael's. And the guy who gave me the idea to work with elementary school kids was on death row. His name was Stanley Tookie Williams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was the co-founder of the Crips,
Yes, yes.
right? I used to call him Big Dog. I met him in San Quentin.
Okay.
And he used to always request that I work with kids, little kids, because he knew I was working with high school.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like
you know, he
them
gave me a you know, like an order, man, work with the little kids. I was like, all right, whatever. And so he made a movie called Redemption
Yeah.
that Jamie Foxx played in.
Yeah.
And when they played that movie, they played it at the Roxy, 16,
Okay.
and they had the audience watching it, and then they had him live from the road speaking after the movie. And he said after the movie, he was speaking to the crowd, answering questions. He said, "Hey man, it's Rudy in the audience."
Oh, shit.
And then Barbara Benso, the one who hooked it all up, said, "Yeah." He said, "Take me off the line." So I got on the phone. I said, "What's up, big dog?" He said, "Man, they not gonna let me live." they're gonna execute me, man. Ain't no two ways about it. But I need you to do what I ask you to do. You know, I said, what you asked me to do? Man, work with them kids, the elementary. I said, man, I promise you I would do that. And guess what? It's one of our most effective programs to this day.
Yeah, we read that. It's definitely.
You see the mirror out there when you walk in?
Oh, yeah.
That's him on the wall.
Okay.
We painted him on our wall. And so, you know, I got connected with a lot of his family and his folks. You know, LA Crip cats who all coming home now, doing license. They all volunteer. Some of them work here now.
Yeah.
And so it's been working. Crips, Bloods, we all united. Like you was talking about coming together? Coming together like butt cheeks in the penitentiary shower.
You know, that's
Shouts out to all the homies, man, still locked up, man.
United Players, man.
Free all the real ones.
Right.
United Players,
That
man.
time.
The originators, not the imitators. That's
Exactly.
it. You know what I'm saying? One more time. United Players is the originators, not the imitators.
Hello.
Exactly. And then, so I seen that, and then what was the other one we were talking about? The other program that we seen that we really liked. The after school one, was it, or you guys are
Yeah,
involved
that one,
in
but
there
also
too, right?
like just the violence prevention in general. Like
Yeah.
I think the community is really.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially right now. I mean, I know the report of like domestic violence is like
Yeah.
skyrocket through
Well, yeah.
times. You know what I mean?
These the OGs here, they the ones who lace us.
You know,
Hey, the building you sitting in right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
the building you sitting in is the after school program.
Suicide
Okay.
rate.
Okay.
You know, I
Yeah,
work with
suicide rate
I work
here.
with the American Legion also. You know, and we do a lot of stuff with wounded warriors. You know, kids.
Yes.
We do some fundraisers where the wounded warriors that have kids, if they finish school, they go to college free.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Yeah.
Our money
Amazing.
goes to that.
know.
And, you know, we hook up with Rudy. Every time I put an event, I bring them. And I put them on the stage. And they talk about,
Come on.
you know, what's going on. And I got a little group that is behind United Players,
Yeah.
the American Legion, 100%.
That's good.
Hey, let me say this real quick. Marty has did events for the community for free, right? And he has brought in all the guys who volunteer here and work here
Yeah.
out of prison. You talk about dudes who did 35 years, 45
Man,
years, 20.
that's awesome.
They first time they ever been to a show or concert.
And-
This
yeah,
gentleman
yeah.
right here was able to bring them for free and bring them on stage. Put them on stage.
At
You
that.
put Bo and them on stage,
Yeah.
and you had at least 15 to 20 dudes over there with damn near, man, over 500 years of prison time. That this guy's connected. And that's why when he talks about giving back, the American Legion, all they is, man, is United Players too. They help out. My father was American Legion.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was a veteran in the war.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
You know
My
what I mean?
father fought in the war.
And,
you know what I mean? Got shot in the war. You know, and so what you're doing, we ain't doing nothing but replicating and doing what you've been doing, bro.
Yeah, Aaron, we need to get you an American Legion over there, man.
You know, as soon as this thing lifts, where everybody can go out and feel somewhat safe, yeah, we're gonna blow this thing out. We're gonna put,
Yes.
you know, we're thinking about maybe bringing the drifters back, you know, and do it.
Under the boardwalk.
Right.
You know, I hooked Rudy up with the drifters and at a Christmas party, and they just tore it.
Oh yeah.
But see, the connections he gave, look at, so the Drifters, he connected. Valentine's Day is next week. The Drifters are going to be online singing to all the mamas who lost their kids to gun violence in San Francisco.
okay,
That's
okay.
the hookup.
Yeah.
Let them know where to find it at, Rudy. Let them know where they can watch that at.
So it's on Zoom. It'll be coming out. You know what I mean? But you see a lot of pictures on the walls. These are a lot of lost people who got killed to gun violence. A lot of them are young, under 25 years and younger, and they're unsolved murders. Pictures. So a lot of their mamas we work with, like Maddie Scott leads it, and they all got love for this gentleman right here. I mean, he leads it. I told you he was a player before he was a player. Come on, man.
I gotta say, like, this is super inspiring to hear you guys talk about this. And, like, I'm inspired. I feel like I wanna do more somehow. Like, I've always wanted to give back, but like, you know, sometimes you feel like, you know, you don't know where to start or what to do. And I just feel like what I hear you guys saying is you're giving people support that need support, like veterans, people to grow up in rough neighborhoods, like all of it, you know, it's just support for people that need it. And
Yep.
Hey, look, I appreciate you saying it because guess what? You're playing your part right now by y'all doing what we're doing here. Because this information is being promoted, right? You don't know who's going to see this.
Hope
And that's why,
everybody
man,
will
you know,
work.
this brother right here, right? Get narrow.
Yeah.
Narrow.
Man, this dude is hooking this shit up like a tow truck. He's making it happen. All it took was a conversation. You say, Root, boom. You down to do a podcast? What's up? We going to, talk about UP. And we'll have certain, I'm like, man, that's enough. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. Players, man, connect with real players.
That's right.
And
And
real
you said-
players disconnect from haters.
And you said that event
Feel
was
me,
on
Ant?
the 14th. Is that
Come
what
on,
it is?
man.
It's on Valentine's, that event?
Valentine's Day.
On Zoom.
Sunday, February the 14th. If you ain't got a girl, you better call me, because I might have one for you. You might like a man. I don't know what you like, but
I might take you up on that, Rudy. I might take you up on that,
He
man.
could probably get you a
It's
man.
Valentine. I need a Valentine girl. I want to share something before we go. You're talking about American Legion, man. I know my dad passed away a few years ago, and I didn't know him very long, but I'm the son of a vet. And there's my dad's American Legion certificate. I got a long history. I'm just discovering, but
What post?
I don't
You
know.
know the post?
And I got that in.
I know my
this
grandfather
Yeah.
was too. I don't know
American
what
Legion.
grandfather
Think about
was.
that name. You know how they say the Legion of Doom?
There you go, there you
The
go.
Legion of
American Legion says is.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, man.
Many
Thanks,
years
buddy.
I
You know.
volunteer with us.
Really?
With
Yeah,
Fro and
yeah,
this, that, and
man.
the other,
Look at that.
Doing, the different
I
things.
just had to bring that up.
They always ask me.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And I always said no.
My dad, I'm, Army vet,
So then finally,
infantry,
I
Vietnam,
hooked up with
66,
another
68.
American Legion in San Mateo.
Okay.
Didn't work.
And
Yeah, man. And then there's a more story to it after that. Like I got other documents.
me
He was working for the
gave
government
me
after.
a dinner,
So he has a long history. Then he
a hat,
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Respect,
and
man.
then
Thank you.
I put the 100-year anniversary of the American Legion. I bought the music.
Okay.
There's my man right there, Al.
Big Al again.
He
Man behind the scenes.
He was
Baby
he,
Suge Knight.
He was a part of that, And this is what we do. We try to put something together, And it's not always about money.
No.
It
definitely
ain't
not.
always
No.
about
talk.
money. I'm as broke as an old bum. But you know what? I'm okay. And I feel good inside. My son right here, he got all the money.
Good
think-
dude,
I think-
man. Wait a minute. Hold on. You owe me $50.
Dinero is the name.
Nah, I
man.
feel
It's,
you there.
it's
I
written in
mean,
the name.
I
It's
think
part of the
once you
name.
go through some stuff in life, I mean, you definitely, look at things differently. What you
100.
value more, definitely. I mean,
Oh,
trust
yeah.
me, I've been through a lot in my life, man. And,
Yeah, well,
my dad was in the same place you were. My dad did like 15 in Pelican Bay,
I was
in and
there.
out, in and out.
I was in Pelican Bay.
Just, I grew up, my mom was on the streets. My grandparents raised me, so I mean,
Yeah.
definitely.
You know how they say game recognize game? I could look at you and tell you.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
You like the rough
Oh,
podcaster guy
Oh,
seen
yeah.
yet.
I mean, I didn't really meet
Yeah.
my dad till I was like, till he finally said, I'm done with this life. He finally paroled out of Corcoran. He was like, I'm done, you know what I mean?
Too.
I'm done. I got cirrhosis of the liver, too much heroin, I'm done. And,
Everything you just
yeah.
mentioned right now, I was in Corcoran, I was in Pelican Bay.
My dad went.
My son was in a group
your
home.
pop still alive?
This is my
No,
son.
my dad passed. Yeah.
He was in a group home.
Yeah. I got lucky. My
I
grandparents.
got two
took me in.
sons, and I wasn't the father of either one of them.
That's crazy because my
But
dad
my
was
life
always
is-
mad because he never
today,
made it to
My life
quit.
is completely different.
He was like, I never made it to San Quentin, man. I'm from the Bay Area and I never made it to San Quentin. That sucks. Like,
When he
that's not
processed,
the thing.
when he processed, they had him in Tracy.
He went to Tracy, yeah. He went to
Tracy,
Tracy,
you know.
yeah. But he went to Corcoran, Pelican. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I've been there.
Did the tour, huh?
Oh, he did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's from Hayward, yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
People.
The haystack.
People
Oh,
say.
yeah. Big shout
A
out
lot
to
of
the
people
staff.
say
Yeah.
I should write a book.
You should.
For
Should.
me being a kid,
Be
a
surprised
teenager,
who will listen, you know what I mean?
military, out, prison, drugs.
The whole
you
nine.
name
That'd be
it.
an
I
incredible
did
book.
it. I did it. You know what I mean?
And you're still here to survive to tell.
Come on
It's
now.
the greatest
I got my
part, you know what I
family
mean?
Yeah.
back together. My family loves me
So I
today.
need to get back on more of
They
these
never
podcasts.
wanted me around, but today they invite me for
Amen.
dinner.
And you know
Come
how
on now.
powerful that is to be able to turn that around and like reconnect with your kids, even though you may not have been a perfect parent. Like to be able to admit your faults and move forward and be a better person for everybody
Come on
is
now.
powerful.
Well, that's why I say.
Hey, it ain't how you start the race, it's how you finish the race, player.
Exactly.
I had a hard time with patience.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about patience, I got the hardest time. with
And
patience.
honesty, because you know I knew how to lie real good, but then it got to that point where you lie, and then you forget about what you told so and so. So you get caught up in a
You lie-
bunch of
you
shit.
keep,
You don't
you keep
even
on
know.
lying, and
But
then
my
one
life-
day you're gonna be
My
lying in the
life
grave.
is good today, and I tell my sons, I tell my two sons, you know,
Yeah.
honesty, you know.
Get down or lie down.
Get
Don't
down.
lie
Be
down.
honest with yourself.
Time to get
for sure.
down.
Exactly.
You know.
You get too deep in those lies and you forget the truth.
Yeah.
You do.
That's
You
a
know how they
fact.
say, get
That's a
down
fact.
and lay down.
That's
It's
fact.
time to get down, but don't lie down, because you don't want to be lying around. You know what I'm saying? You lie too much, you end up lying around with nothing.
You be
You
like
know
Trump.
what I'm saying?
Right?
Ooh, never that.
Nah,
we can't
so-
be that.
My next question really is, where do you see United players going in the future? What do you see for you guys?
You know how they have the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA's?
Yeah.
And so I would like to see United players have chapters.
So more expanded, definitely.
Exactly. All in different cities where it's needed. And in schools, like you're saying.
Definitely. Yeah.
And so we're currently right now, praise God, we're in San Francisco. We're in New York in the South Bronx.
Okay,
We got a
shout
chapter.
out here. Wow.
Right. We got one, and we got some in the Philippines right now.
There you go.
And then we're working on Hawaii, and we're working on other cities
In America. And all
in
over
America
that.
because they're requesting it, because they know what we have works. The
That's right.
blueprint is effective. During
Exactly.
COVID right now, we have the most kids in whole San Francisco running during COVID.
That's great. That's
You know,
awesome.
and we've been active. We've been feeding the community. We've been taking care of the seniors. We've been doing food banks. We did over 250 pounds of food
I'm
to
gonna
feed
talk
the
to you about
people.
that because that's my next plan. Is I want to try to do a little food drive.
We doing it, baby.
We do it. I do it
We
too.
stay active,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Just
I
like
would
we
always
banging,
tell you, yeah.
we
That's what we
still
wanna do
banging.
at the lake. That's what we
But
want
we
to do at
banging
the
for
lake.
change.
We want to do that at the lake.
If you need help with that kind of stuff, let us know. We'll
You know, I do it in San
100.
Mateo at the American Legion.
You guys are in
Yeah.
Hayward?
And
I live
Right
in
now,
we live
yeah.
out there. Yeah.
I got the hookup out there for Hayward, man, to do it. My guy who just came home out of the penitentiary, he at 35, that's where he's running his program there. So I need to connect him with good people.
Oh man.
Let us
Yeah,
know.
definitely. We're always
Yeah.
trying to do
Like I
something
said,
positive.
you know,
wanted to-
if this
100.
United Players was spread on the East Bay and down the peninsula, believe me, because I got it going on down the peninsula. You know, and it's working. You know, they're 100% with me when they do the gun buyback. You know, I got them out there going to Safeways and passing shit out.
Yeah.
You're putting in work.
I'm doing it all. And, you know, and these are older people. These are like, I got 3 women that are in their late 50s.
Told you he was a
working
player.
with me.
He said 3. Huh? He didn't say 1.
no,
He said
three.
3.
3 women.
One question: do they know about each other?
Always.
Do they know?
She's joking.
No, you know, check it out. You know, I'm married. I got a wife, and
That's okay.
she ain't got no jealous blood in her.
That's
She
right.
knows what I do.
Jealous blood.
Come home every night, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
shit, good shit.
But you know, I tell you, it's like for me, I will be with United Players forever, forever.
For life, baby.
That's
For
right.
life. UP for life.
You know, see the new jackets we got.
Oh yeah, we seen them walking.
Oh,
Them
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
This is the newest one.
Okay.
He got it made for us.
I got them
Embroidered
made.
in it?
And you got to earn those jackets. You don't just buy those jackets. Those
Okay, that's
jackets
what I
are
was about to
earned.
ask. Can you
These
guys,
shirts,
you guys sell them?
That's
Or?
clean, man. Those
these
are clean,
shirts and
homie.
these masks are all earned.
Clean
You
as
earn
gold
these.
I got some connections, you know,
Yeah.
and we put it together. And it was a little bumpy, but you know what? It all worked out, brother.
Amen. Steph Curry just got his. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
You need to-
Nice. Represent.
I wanna
Represent.
You heard that? Steph Curry just got his United Players.
I got a 77 Cadillac Coupe de Ville,
There you go.
immaculate, original, 49,000 miles,
Oh,
yellow,
For the camera, how much you selling it for?
15,000.
Come on
Hit
now.
us up.
25,000.
Get you a deal.
Best offer.
Get you a deal. Hit us up.
No, it's cool. It's
tight.
yeah, I
It's
got
tight.
it. I just don't drive it no more, and I got nowhere to keep it.
Yeah,
I got
okay.
too many cars.
Oh, okay.
You know.
What kind of cars you got?
Well, no. I got a Nissan, I got a SUV, and then I got the Cadillac, and that's enough.
The
I
Cadillac
need it.
tight though.
Oh, yeah.
Cadillac's real.
It's clean.
Your boy wants a
Why don't you just donate it to UP?
No, no, no.
And the kids are gonna go cruising. The kids gonna go cruising.
He called me up and told me, he said, hey man, you take under 10,000? I said, oh, no, it's worth probably 25,000.
Oh yeah, man.
But you know what? I would love to see one of the Warriors get it because it's yellow.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
clean inside and out.
Yes, it is.
Original
That's nice.
and low mileage.
Especially original in miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of is it? What year?
79?
77,
Oh,
Coupe de
77,
Ville.
yeah, man.
Real.
Coupe de Ville.
I'm born in '76. I was thinking I like that year.
But yeah, you know, that's what I was asking Rudy. Hey, still with the Curry,
Yeah.
because we were trying to put
yeah.
something together.
Curry,
Yeah.
Curry is a donor. He's a donor to our organization.
Okay. Big shout
Him,
out, big
Jalen
shout
Brown, Kaepernick, they all donate to us.
Shouts out Kaepernick. Shouts out
Kaepernick.
Stephen Curry. Uri to Curry.
He's got a good heart, man. That dude Curry's got a good heart.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Do you
yeah.
do?
He's a good brother, man.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. You guys got that.
So I mean, so you guys still
Do you-
been operating like at normal during this COVID time, or you operating more, or?
I mean, you know, we don't have as many kids as we have because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
We're currently
restraints,
running with like
yeah,
100
yeah.
kids, and then you know we're very particular about how you know we station where we're at because you
Yeah.
got to be COVID free, prepared.
Yeah.
And so we got you know, but they're called pods.
Okay.
15 kids per pod, with 5 of our adult students. I mean, with 5 of our adult staff, and then we're collaborated with one of the organizations in our community, which is called West Base, the oldest Filipino organization
Oh wow.
out here in the West Coast, with the 52-year run. And so we collaborate with them and make sure that all the kids getting all the services and resources they need for free,
Okay.
and keep them COVID free.
Definitely. So that's good that you guys are still able to operate and do some things. You know what I mean? 'Cause I know
Absolutely.
a lot of people. Out
Hey
there,
man, I'm gonna tell you, God don't make no lazy soldiers.
right?
You know what I mean? And I'm a hustler, baby. I've been hustling, man, from day one. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you know, we always a part of that game. I came up in the crack era, you know what I mean? In the 80s, early 90s, and, you know, got busted for it myself. But I learned from it. Like you said, the things you go through in life will make you stronger if
Exactly.
you don't climb out that hole.
Exactly.
And, you know, I walked the hot rocks of Baghdad barefooted, been through the gridiron, you know, and so, you know, I learned. I'm very fortunate that God has put me in a position where I'm at now. Because this is the neighborhood I'm born and raised in South of Market.
Right here, okay.
And I used to destroy this neighborhood. But
And
now I'm a stakeholder.
he's like
we own this building right there. You sitting in. This is our building. We own this.
He's like Sansa. You cut that fucking
See that?
hair off, he gone, dude.
How about that?
You got the hair on.
Man, my hair was longer than this. I used to have horses jealous.
Oh.
I used to have horses jealous.
Yeah.
Girls used to try to cut his hair to get a weave.
Let me get some of that.
Be banging. It used to be banging
Shit.
every time.
Now it's all about banging his hair, yo.
Right.
The only gang bang I bang is his hair. You know what I'm saying? That's the only banging I'm doing. Let him know. I just had to take them braids out.
Hey, can I just add though
No,
on to
go
what
ahead.
you're saying about our future? In addition, I want to start owning land and property for our people, and start really, man, making sure that we stabilize buildings
Yeah,
and
'cause
housing
this
for our
crisis
people.
is
100.
ridiculous.
So I want to get that. We want to have housing. You know what I mean? Housing, not just renting houses, but we want people to have housing. We want people to have retirement
Kind of
plans.
ownership.
On
We
the
want
lot.
people to have health care. We want people to get equity.
And that's
the
good that
key,
you
equity.
teach the kids that, because that's what I feel is we got to teach our youth real life. Not a lot of the BS that they learn in school is like, I never used algebra once in my life, you know what I mean? I'm almost 40, you know what I mean? But I wish somebody would have told me how to, you know, get a property and invest in equity and stuff like that, you know what I mean? We learn about things until it's too late. That's
Yeah.
usually the bad part, because we have to learn when it's too late. So definitely, I like how you
Well, I
guys
didn't start
teach
school
youth.
till I was in the 13th grade, because high school and all that.
Right.
High school didn't teach me shit. They teach me how to read, write, and do arithmetic at a proper level,
Exactly.
which is important. But as far as like, man, how to be an entrepreneur
Yeah.
and to really make it,
How to get a loan,
they
how to
really
get a
don't
house,
teach
how
you
to pay
that.
a mortgage. No, I mean, that's...
It's not meant to teach
That's
you that
tough,
way.
you know, that's
And exactly, they didn't set it
Everybody-
up that way
Right.
for us to learn because no, they want us in debt. As soon as you get out of college, what do you have? $50,000, $100,000
And
debt.
work for
You know what I
them to
mean?
build the country for them. We want to have our own.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And give it to our people.
Yeah.
You know, equity, baby. Remember that word. So we opening up dispensaries. You know, some people say, what's the correlation between kids and weed, right? But I'm gonna tell you like this: marijuana, man, is a medicine that helps out a lot of people.
I got like a true story for that.
So we got some dispensary
You know what I
stores
mean?
opening up.
Shouts out Stizzy, right? Shouts out
Cookies,
Stizzy.
Stizzy.
There's nothing wrong because
I was gonna touch on that too, man.
Had epilepsy, you know what I mean? Like, she
SF
had
Equity
bad
Program.
seizures until
Shouts
they started
out.
giving her CBD and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
She hasn't had one in 5 years. You know what I mean? And we go from so definitely
Better
there's
than
a lot.
alcohol.
I used to go to Mexico and pick out a field.
There you go. But no, definitely, man. I mean,
No, but real talk though. So I have a dispensary store that's gonna open the end of March, beginning of
Here in
April,
the city, or?
right in the South of Market, my
Okay.
neighborhood. And so we partnered up. There's something that's called equity before the late Mayor Ed Lee, before he
I might
passed
have
away,
heard
put
of
in
that.
place.
Okay, yeah,
May he
yeah.
rest in peace. And so you got a lot of cats who were affected by the war on drugs who are actually owners now of dispensary stores. So Sean Richards, the first owner, my homeboy, right, who ran an organization like mine called Brothers Against Guns, he built a partnership with Burner, and so he's percentage owner of Cookies. We got and he's the first black dude, right? And then you got Cindy De La Vega, United Player, who's a equity owner and dispensary owner now, 180 O'Farrell Street.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
On
Who built with
16th
Stizzy.
about to open up too, right?
That's right, man. We open them up all over,
My
man.
boy
Frisco.
Judo's
We getting
involved with that
equity,
one.
baby.
Miguel's son, Gene Royale's son, he's involved in that one.
Well, Jay,
On 16th.
I
On
know,
our,
I
we
know.
got
How
all
long-
we got
how
on
long
our
have
land.
you
Tell
open that
Miguel, Judo.
The one in
I know
Soma. How long did you open that one?
When it's finna open up?
Yeah.
It's finna open at the end of March, or the
Oh,
beginning of April.
coming in? Oh, okay,
And so,
okay.
you know, I'm in line right now because I was qualified as an equity qualified owner.
Yeah, yeah.
So Stizzy came to me. They're a big brand from LA.
Yeah.
You know, they got millions of dollars and they got a big brand name. They're like next to Cookies.
Yeah.
And so they chose me, and you know,
That's good.
so I'm gonna do that.
Definitely
Make
help
sure we take care of our community, buy buildings and land, and provide housing for our people.
Yeah, Dad, you got to get a cannabis club going, dude.
CBD. Cause you know you gotta learn about it, man. You know,
Yeah,
THC
yeah.
get you high, CBD
There's
heals you.
difference. There's difference. Definitely.
You know?
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't get high, man. I'll be paranoid. Shit.
Bring back old memories.
I do CBD, man. You know, it's healing. I'll get you something. Yeah, it heals the body. It heals inflammation. You know, all kind of stuff. Absolutely.
I'm listening, you know.
Well, you know, my wife has got a real bad leg,
Yeah.
and
Check in with your brother, man.
I get this cream, and she rubs it on her knee,
Yeah.
and it works. You know, it works, but you know, it's not cheap. Ain't nothing cheap. You know what I
In
mean?
America.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing cheap here.
For real, no cheap.
Ah, take some CBD.
So you guys got any events coming up, Rudy? Any?
Yeah, I mean, we have, you know, the Valentine's event, everything that we're doing right now, man.
And what time is that at?
It's at 5 to 7.
Is that 5 to 7?
Yeah, we got the drifters.
Okay.
Thank
sure
you
you guys
to my
check
man
them
right
out.
here, Marty, for hooking it up like a tow truck.
That's gonna
Thank
be
you.
on. That's gonna be on what?
It's on Zoom.
Zoom.
So everything we're doing now, you know, we keep it COVID free.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know,
I like to get in person to do it because, you know, I'm that type of person. But, you know, we got to fall in the guidelines.
well, we did a thing with the drifters right over here at the park, right here.
Oh, the one
What's
right
that,
here?
Folsom Park?
BMD Park.
Yeah, we
Victoria
did that
Manalo
thing
Drift.
right there, and then Robert, my son,
Yeah.
he did his thing, you know, with the rap and everything.
Yeah.
And it was all good, you know.
Okay.
And we try to keep everybody.
Oh, this was during, you mean
this-
recently?
Yeah.
Oh, during COVID? Oh, okay.
This was, well, it's been a while,
Like
but
last
you
year.
know what?
Yeah.
It worked. It worked. you know.
Nah, I mean, Robert's been doing lots of him and this guy at the North Beach. They've been
Yeah.
killing it out
I was
there.
out there with them.
Yeah, they're
one day.
getting
They,
nice
they doing
crowds.
their thing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we try to create something, especially during these crazy times, because you know you have no more like clubs or indoor situations. So it was like we need need to do something. Like, so I started hanging out at Washington Square Park in North Beach, like just to bring my little small
Linoleum.
controller, and then like yeah, we linoleum because of dancing and trying to do some, and then like De Niro, which I met him at the Boombo Room before the pandemic. That place is kind of magic because actually all my best friends like that I met here, I met at the Boombo Room, like hip hop actually hip hop and music. That's the thing that maybe it might brought me here in San Francisco from Italy. So which is, I mean, so far so good, I could say, considering the 2020 and all the stuff, and then after that, this thing it brought me here. And I mean, United Playaz headquarters, which is kind of big honor to me to be here and hear these stories, these deep stories. I like, yeah. So that's what's up, and just keep it doing, keep it playing, and keep the culture alive, keep it rocking, and yeah. So I mean, I could say that the good thing, always trying to see the things from that good perspective and good side, which is like this pandemic. Maybe it like push us to get back at the outdoor, to doing outdoor, and be out there to trying to create good vibes, and so which is what happened. I mean, we here now do the good vibes, so just stay right on. I mean, stay on. Yeah. Peace.
Yeah. And while we're on the air too, man, I gotta formally thank United Playaz Organization from back in 2000, I think it was 15, 16. I got into that little situation, man. Online, Facebook. So kids, make sure you watch what you say on Facebook, because you're asking really go to not Facebook jail, but real jail.
Yes, you go to real jail.
Terrorist act.
I ended up going to real jail. I ended up going to real jail for some bullshit I said on Facebook, man. And long story short, man, Rudy and them, man, they really, the definition of what United Playaz was with that day, man. I seen about 15, 20 United Playaz members all come in the courtroom while having my little case, dismissed or whatever, and they came in, and it was so powerful, impactful, that the thing got thrown out, and then it became full circle. I ended up going to Balboa and sharing my Balboa High School, back where the organization was originally started, and sharing my story with the kids, so I never, I want to formally thank you guys on camera, for doing that for me, man, because that, I still always remember that, and I'm always in debt to United Playaz. Not in debt, but, I just feel like, hey, just like my dad, like if Rudy ever needed something from me, I'd be there, just as fast. I don't have as much to offer, but I got, personality, talent, skills, and I could try to organize people and get them together, So got a little bit of De Niro,
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Man.
What he said, is true. We went to court for my son, and we walked in there. It was about 15 of us, and we walked through the doors, and we took the whole row, and we stood there, and we all sat down at the same time.
Exactly.
Boom! And everybody was turning around looking at us. Who are these guys?
Yeah.
All convicts.
Right. Now that's how you do it. You gotta show force and numbers. You know what I mean? And that's
what the judge said?
What it is.
You know what the judge did? The judge had the dude and this guy, remember?
Yeah.
Sat him, pulled him to the side, and let us all work it out. I ain't never seen that before.
I ain't never heard of that. Right?
The judge, like, hold on, wait a minute. The judge said, "You with UP? Hold on, man, wait a minute."
Let's
he
have
told
a
the
talk,
dude who was supposedly got threatened.
Yeah.
They put Rob, Bill, put us in the side, and let us, man, work it out
So
together.
they let you mediate.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah,
They
it
just
was
did.
good. And that was,
That blew my
That's
mind.
power. That's
That's
power.
because of the
And then
power
I
of
ended
your
up shaking the
organization.
sheriff's hand
Real
after.
talk.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Then I ended up threatening.
Yeah.
All
They
over
said,
some
oh, you're
bullshit,
about
but he quit
conflict
though.
resolution.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
about
yeah.
That's what it was, conflict
anti-violence?
resolution and a mediation.
Yeah.
And the dude was a homeboy, man. He was a homie from the mission.
Yeah.
I do low riders, but this is just my job. But him and Rob, man, I got to give it to you, brother. You stepped up like a gentleman and a man.
And he fulfilled his
Said,
thing.
you know
That
what,
was
my
a
bad
good-
player.
Yeah.
And they
Definitely.
dismissed that thing. And he said, what can I do? I said, you know what, you're a great rapper. Come over here, man, and holler at the kids at the hype. And this brother came and he lit it up.
And there
Lit
it
it up.
is.
Yeah, that's right.
It's my brother, man, from another
Oh, yeah.
mother,
Nah, that's
but from the
definitely-
same father.
And it's funny too, you know, the way that, like, it's funny because when I first came here, the very first time I came to this building, they were having a Zulu meeting here, and Rudy was in the office, and then I just kind of drifted off from the Zulu meeting and went and talked to Rudy. And he said he met my dad literally within weeks of the same time frame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it just kind of was funny that like
God,
they met each other and really around the same time I met him, and then it all kind of it was a trip. Yeah, that was
Show
a
up,
trip.
man,
Yeah.
to be, baby.
You know, there's a whole saying.
Full circle.
Life is just a bowl of cherries. They don't talk about them pits. See, there's a lot of there's pits in those cherries. So we need to push all that bullshit away
Exactly.
and go one way up.
Exactly.
You know,
Definitely. Hey, that's the perfect way to end it. Let them know, Aaron. Let them know what
Takes
you
the
got to
hood to
say.
save the hood. UnitedPlayers.org.